Hi guys, welcome to Vesna TV. It's Vesna here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today's episode, we are creating 3 Easter-themed DIYs, and they are all Kirkland's dupes. So the first dupe are these speckled metallic silver eggs that I recreated using Dollarama eggs. And what I did was I had actually from last year, but 6 leftover paintable eggs. They're just plastic eggs. And what I did is I dabbed on some black acrylic paint and some silver metallic acrylic paint to make them look galvanized. And then I also added some white just in case I added a bit too much of the silver or too much of the black. It's just kind of, it's one of those things when you do it, you just dab, dab, dab until you get the color that you're looking for. If you're interested in other videos that I've made with the galvanized look, I'll post one up here for you and you can just check it out. And I did that with these eggs as well. Now the only difference with these ones, usually I add blue so it looks kind of more like the galvanized look, but this one I wanted it to look like metal but kind of rusty metal. So I saw on Simple Roots Simple Living channel, Jamie created a rusty look as well, and she just added a little bit of orange. I have done the rusty look before where I added this gilding copper that I had from Michael's, but it's quite expensive. I ran out of it. Well, part of it dried out, but I ran out of most of it. I had a little tiny bit left, but it is quite expensive. So this kind of did the trick with the orange, and you'll just see what I do. I kind of dab everything on, and once I'm done, then I go with that same dabber that has the black and the silver and white on it. I add a little bit of the orange, and then I dab off the excess, and then I go over top of the egg just to give it a little bit of like a hint of rust. And you may have to go back and add a bit more of the white, black, or silver, depending on how you want it to look and how much you've gotten on each egg, because I am using the same dabber for all the paints. They all look slightly different, which is exactly the look I was going for, but if you want them to be super uniform, I suggest use a different batter, different dabber for each color. And so here they are all finished. I'm really excited to be using them as accent pieces in my tray decor, and I may even use it in one of my cloches. So let me know what you think. And here's the dupe, and let me know if you think I nailed it. Leave me a comment below. So the next DIY is again another Kirkland's dupe. This one is $17, a little Easter egg hunt sign, and I had one of these cocktails this way signs from the Dollar Tree, which I recreated to kind of look like this sign. So what I did first was I was going to use some white chalk paint, and then I decided it didn't look right, so I'm using a warm white. But before I go ahead and apply that, I just do a light sanding with leftover sandpaper from the Dollar Tree. And it's just to rough it up a little bit. So again, I don't wind up using this white that you can see me here applying. And the reason I left this in the clip was because you'll see the white when I start painting the other color. So I wanted you guys to know where it came from. And I did apply 2 coats of this. The first coat was very rough, and then I sanded it down slightly, and then I added another coat. And it just to give it a little bit of a smoother finish rather than to see all of those brush strokes. And I let it dry thoroughly, and then I made it a little bit kind of rustic looking by adding some cashmere brown paint, and I just dry brushed it on the edges and all over the piece. Once I made it as rough as, as antique or rustic looking as I wanted, then I went ahead and I just used the Cricut font. So when you open your design space, there's that automatic font that comes up. So I used that font and I wrote Easter egg hunt, and I just sized it to fit the to fit the vinyl that I had that was this color, and also to fit this piece, obviously. So it's just a little bit under 2 inches tall, and all the whole word together is 10 inches long. And then I just applied, using some transfer paper, I put it on the sign, and I went over top with that cashmere paint to also kind of rough up and antique the words as well. And again, another cute little sign for my tray. You could also use it in a vignette if you wanted to, but really, really super cute and very inexpensive to make. $1.25, and scrap pieces of vinyl. You don't even have to have vinyl. If you had shelf liner and you just wanted to paint in the words using your Cricut, you could do that. And you can also find some letters at the Dollar Tree as well, and you could probably glue those on as well. You could freehand write it, so many options, but definitely cheaper than the $17 at Kirkland's. So here's the finished piece. And again, if you don't want to antique it, you don't have to. I wanted it to be antique like the sign, but let me know what you think of it. Did I nail this dupe? Did I not nail it? What do you think? Leave me a comment below. And if you haven't had a chance to hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button and that bell so that you can see when I post new videos. I post every Sunday, but anyway, this way it'll notify you in case you forget. Okay, and the very last dupe is this little sign here. This was $70. Now it is bigger than what I made, but mine cost less than $1 because I'm using one of the pages, it's April, from the calendar, the Dollar Tree calendar, the Farmer's Fresh calendar from the Dollar Tree. And it's, like I said, the month of April, and I'm using a piece of cardboard that my husband saved for me. It's a nice thick piece of cardboard, and I'm just going to Mod Podge it on and cut it out to size, and then I'm going to use some jute rope and put it around the picture just to give it a little bit more of a finished look and to hide the cardboard edges. And that's all there is to this one. And I just use hot glue to wrap the jute rope around. And again, I didn't use the whole spool of the jute rope, so that's why this one cost. I'm gonna put $1.25 because I used the page from the calendar and the jute rope, but it was definitely less than $1.25, and it'll make a great little vignette piece. Maybe in the corner on my fireplace or on one of my chests in the hall, like my dresser in the hall, or maybe my buffet in the dining room. Let me know what you think of this one. I think he's really, really cute, and I definitely think that I nailed this one as well. Let me know what you think. Here they are, all 3 of them. Very cute, very easy dupes. If you just wanted some quick decor for Easter and don't have a Kirkland's, I don't have a Kirkland's here where I'm in Ontario, so we don't have a Kirkland's here, so I can't even buy them even if I wanted to. But let's say you can buy them, but you don't want to spend the money. Here's a great way to recreate these dupes. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment below, and we'll see you next week on Sunday at 4 for another episode, and it'll be another Easter episode. Thank you so much. Have a great day and stay safe, everyone.